Hey, what's up?
We're back.
That just made me laugh because somebody was like, India, you so excited.
I know. Y'all,
what's up?
We missed last episode.
I know.
Last episode was actually better than this episode.
Yeah, but sorry, guys. But
we
we're back.
Personal stuff, yeah. And we're a little bit late, but this is coming up the next day on Thursday.
Yes. And so what's up? I'm Michelle.
I'm India.
And we are about to review Married at First Sight.
Episode 12.
Yes. Season 12, episode 12.
Season 12, episode 12.
And let's get started.
That's good. So what we doing
Let's
first?
do it. Brianna and Vince.
Okay. So Bri and Vince.
Okay, so I mean they really seem to be coming into their own. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's working. The prediction that they gonna make it is strong.
They gonna make it. They gonna make it. They probably are still married to today.
Yep.
I think it might get old. Him being nice and good to her, if that's the only
What
thing.
if that's genuinely who he is?
No, I'm not saying he gonna stop. I'm saying it might get old to her if there are other things that he's
Bother
not.
him.
Yeah.
So Brianna, Brent.
That's their couple name.
That's their couple. Yes. So Vince wants Brianna to court him. Why he give her a list of whole dates, sir? You make this happen.
He's one of the people that do stuff for you, and then he was like, "You haven't taken me on a boat." I mean, it was your 1 month anniversary. Of course, the producers told you to plan something,
and the producers probably paid for that boat.
Yeah, like he was like, "Oh, I took you on a boat. Like, don't do something for me and then keep."
But you know what? I think you know what it is.
What?
They don't have no drama. The producers
So
got they got a lot of produced scenes. They got a lot of produced scenes. I'm gonna say that because they don't have no drama. I mean, they do, but it's not a lot.
If we could count the minutes that they show them,
it's
we should count. It's the least.
It's for sure.
That was that scene when they were in the bed talking about their 1 month anniversary, and then it was a bike ride.
The bike ride, and then every other scene they were in with other people.
Yeah, and they're doing
and they
all these
always
group scenes
stuff
now
because they are. I don't know. Anyway,
this season they doing a lot with these group
scenes.
So.
It was it was really nothing about them, but
nothing.
I mean, literally,
bike ride.
Yes.
So, she was speaking her mind when it came to Paige and in the confessionals. She was speaking her mind when it came to Paige and what's his name, Chris. And then the producer, she was like, I can't tell nobody what to do in their marriage. When she was talking about another couple, and the producer was like, yeah, you can. And she was like, well, what I'm saying is they might not listen.
Yeah.
Or like that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like she's in the confessionals a lot. She has a lot of good things to say about the other couples, and that's it.
That's
and
it.
then that random date they went on with Hayley
and Jake.
Yeah, they went on
but that was okay.
Switched couples.
Right, and they switched so that they could talk. But I was gonna say in the girls' night or whatever, when the girls were talking. When they were talking about therapy, I thought it was good that she went to therapy before they got married. Now, one session ain't really enough.
That's an introduction.
But at least she was on the right path.
She should have continued.
Maybe she will continue.
I've only went one time.
One time is very hard.
Paige goes to therapy. She said that, right?
She did. But
I can't
anyway, can't at all. So the bike ride was cute. I mean, everything that they do is like they seem like a very much like good couple, good match.
I like them. I like
work.
Vince is not angry no more. So
today, yesterday, like he's not angry on this episode.
Yeah, Vince doing better.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced either.
I'm not convinced.
That's what I'm saying.
Convinced. That's so funny.
With Vince.
That was
corny.
You can take that out.
Anyways. Well, they did have some scenes with other people. I guess we'll talk about it when we get to them. But they didn't have anything.
That's
the guys met up, and of course Chris went there because he's not a part of the guy crew.
No, right? That was funny.
Yeah,
but
that's
it. I mean, the drama is never gonna be with them, but it definitely won't with them this time.
Not this time.
I just had a problem with him listing out 10 damn dates that he wanted her to take him on, and she was like, "You want me to take?"
And then if the woman takes the man on the dates, that means she's paying for
That's what she said. Who's paying for this?
You took me on a boat ride that the producers paid for, and you want me to take you on a helicopter ride.
And to sporting events, and to Hawaii, and to he had a whole.
And when she was like, "Let's bet $500,"
gardens.
I said, "Oh, she got money. You gonna bet $500 on a bike ride?" I said, "I'll bet $50, and I'm gonna bet $500 on a bike ride."
He knows she make more money. That's why he wanted her to take her out.
He was like, "Nah, Like $500. So let's see when she start wanting these expensive things. She seem a little expensive.
That's true.
He's gonna be like, I want to do this for my family. You know, what was he saying? This is for my unborn kids.
It
my
does
family,
feel very
and it's like,
rehearsed with him.
Because it's what he thinks he's supposed to do. But let's see if he actually acts on it.
But I mean, honestly, initially I felt like he wanted somebody to do all of this stuff with. Like you could tell, like he'd been looking for a partner. They cute or whatever.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go in on them because they the best thing this show got.
Yeah, they Eric and Virginia.
They had a lot.
They were most of this episode almost. They were a lot of this episode.
They had a lot.
So
and when they woke up in that bed,
why he using the dog? Like it was. So he's so manipulative. Eric is manipulative.
Abusive vibes, y'all.
He's abusive. He's controlling.
He's giving
all of those off camera scenes.
Mark my words, it's giving abuse.
So why he using the dogs? He was talking about the dogs, and he was like comparing it to her and the relationship. But that's rude as hell. And that's her dog. She likes her dog, you dummy.
And the dog is one.
And when the dog
ain't the dog a puppy? When they said one, I said, just don't complain and just say, hey, I want to pay for a trainer.
Right. Like
she's not going to say no.
He literally handled it the exact wrong way because he don't know how to not control something. Yep. And he always want to make sure that you know he right.
Yep.
I don't like him at all.
Dog, he's comparing it to your dog. You don't compare your stuff.
And dogs are different. That's like comparing a human being. Like dogs have different temperaments, they're different breeds, everything. Like
her dog is a puppy.
She's had her dog for a year. He got his dog for 7 years, and you want to compare the dogs.
And of course, the one. Anyways, when he woke up in that bed and they was talking, he was drunk as hell.
Oh, and she was like, "He drunk."
Was he drunk or high?
No, he was drunk again because they showed the clip from the night before, and she was like, "We always get into it when you drink."
Yep, and they was at the bar.
And they was at the bar, and she ghosted his ass for 30 minutes at the bar. Now that's interesting. It's not okay that ain't okay.
First it went from 40 minutes, then it was 30 minutes. She said
she was in the bathroom. We know she goes to the bathroom every time she go out because she be throwing up every time.
Okay, and it was 4 of them. She left. Went to the bathroom and said, went to
the
bar.
But she was with one of her guy friends. He still don't trust her. He didn't say, but I think so. Like they bleeped out the names. Okay. Oh, he said he had to cancel the Uber because she.
He couldn't say Uber.
He couldn't say Uber, but he said she canceled out the Uber. It was just weird.
But this is my thing. Like she said, if you were so concerned, you never called or even text me. Yeah. He want to just have something on. He
just want to.
If you were concerned, if you were even if you were with her guy friends and you were sitting there with another guy and they went to the bar, you would have been like, let me text.
Like where'd you go? Like you look around, you be like, where'd y'all go? You literally text and be like, yo, where'd you go?
The fact that she said you didn't ask me nothing lets you know that he didn't. He wasn't scared.
He was drunk.
He wasn't scared.
He wasn't scared. And he always want to use when you're married, you have to do certain things away. Shut up. Like you want to act like your other marriage wasn't even a big deal, and then you want to use the fact that you was married as a thumb to put on her to tell her she didn't do stuff. And we found out that
his other marriage was a big deal. That girl is a supermodel, y'all.
He was in love.
They were posting pictures together, snuggled up.
That dog was their dog.
Yeah, that wasn't no military marriage. And they were snuggled up, and he loved her. And she got 70,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm one of them.
Because we needed to know.
I need to know who this was.
And she still had all the pictures from 2014, 2017.
She just took them down. She just took them down.
She had all of that stuff.
And on Facebook, her Facebook, she had pictures with Eric. Anyways, we digress, but I'm just saying.
He act like he know it all, and he gonna say he made this later in this episode. Every marriage has certain things. No, as a matter of fact, every marriage gets to have the rules that it creates.
Every marriage is completely
different. Marriage
is different. I was just talking to my friend about that. There's marriages where people don't live together. There's marriages where people don't. They live cross country. Right. There's marriages where they don't have tradition.
They don't have to. Right. You have open marriages. You have marriages where people work out of town. Where people.
Shoot. You wouldn't even know some of them.
Yeah, you got marriages where it's just a lot. Like it's you can't do that. You can't just be acting like you know it all. But she always want to know.
Kids with him. Period. Don't have no kids with him.
Like you can see how he treating her dog. Oh,
and that's what I said. I said, woo, how he's like, oh, I do things this way, and my dog is this, and my dog is that. If they were to have kids,
and she was like, you always comparing, right? And she's like, why are you comparing? Like, just say what it is. Don't compare. Your dog's not perfect, and you're not perfect.
That's what I put. I said, stop comparing your dumbass dog to hers.
Period.
That's it.
So the other thing is, last episode, Eric and Virginia were having issues with her wanting to move into his house.
Yes.
He was a complete asshole on that too. Every time he don't get what he wants.
And she pushed back, and that's why she was just like,
and
whatever.
She was like, whatever.
We'll live separately until we get our own place.
And he was like, I'm not going to do that. Okay, well then, what you want? And every time he doesn't get his way, he's like, well, you don't have to be in this marriage. You don't, like, don't. And I know what I don't have to do.
That's why this episode she was mad and was like, you better not say. You're done. I'm going to punch you in the face. Like, stop.
Stop saying that. I know I can leave. I know I can walk away.
This is an experiment.
This is an experiment, and we're human beings.
We can leave.
We can leave.
But
at every time.
An 8-week experiment, and they're paying for the divorce? Trust me, we know.
Right. We can leave. Yeah. I know I can leave. Stop saying that.
He is such a nuisance. Oh.
So, yes, and I just think that he's a fool to think that it's like, there's been plenty of marriages on this show where they didn't want to stay in one home, and so they got a new one together. And I understand his point, but if you see that she's not feeling it, why are you gonna keep digging in? Like, we'll deal with that later.
I wouldn't trust him, so I would be like, okay, let's start the process of selling your house now, or renting it out, or whatever you're gonna do. Start it now.
Right, and if you think we're gonna he swear things just gonna work out. No, he gonna make her do what he want her to do.
Because he could say, hey, I'm starting the process. Can we live here for the month or 2 months to take this other house? He ain't gonna do it because he's not gonna start it. He gonna move her in, and that's why she's so defensive. And she's like,
she know how he is. She know exactly what kind of time he on.
Yep.
She not fooling with him.
Nope, hell no. She needs to run for the hills.
She does.
You don't need no dogs with him. You don't need no kids with him.
She don't need no relationship with him. She says she feels like she's the only one that's trying. And she's right. She's the only one that has concessions. Like, he wants her to make all these changes, and he's not changing
in the name of this is what married people do. I've done this before. No, sir.
And he needs therapy, for real.
Yeah, she was talking about she needed therapy for anxiety. He needs.
I mean, y'all need to go together. Yeah. He needs to go separately. All of that.
He told her he said in the confessional that he feels like she really needs to step up.
He's crazy.
She said she feels trapped, and I told her I was really feeling her.
I
was like, she probably does feel trapped because it's like, I like him, I'm attracted to him, but he is literally suffocating.
She really wants to bounce on his ass so bad, and the only thing that's keeping her there is this show. Let's be clear.
That's true.
She is ready to walk
out. But
I
think they're gonna say yes.
I think they'll say. I hope she say no.
But I think yes, but I hope they're not still married. I hope at the reunion they're not together. Oh, when they met with the guys and he was talking about them dogs. And everybody's like, okay.
They was like, you need to apologize. They essentially told him that he was wrong.
Yeah, like, you keep comparing your little raggedy dog to hers,
okay, but in that whole conversation with the man, Ryan is so excited. Ryan be so excited every time he not with Claire. I'm so confused. He was so excited talking about the dog.
Ryan is a narcissist, bro.
Ryan is, I don't know what is going on in that relationship. Let me tell y'all. They next on my list anyway. Let's get to it.
Claire and Ryan next.
Claire and Ryan. So,
okay, episode 11, the one thing I'll say about that is I was like, oh, she's really moving all her stuff in there.
They are literally going through the motions with no emotion.
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all doing?
So that was the weird part. Okay.
Like, y'all have no emotional connection.
I was like, okay, you moving stuff. Okay, sis. Okay, but whatever.
And that, right, Eric and Virginia was surprised. She was like, wait.
Exactly.
Like, they literally are treating this like it's real, but it does not look real. It's like looking at a blank, like there's no light. Like, she's dead inside. Like they do not look.
He called her pal, and he swears he's doing the best job in his marriage. He said he thinks he's better than 95% of people that ever been. Their marriage is better than 95% of people who ever been on Married at First Sight. And when he said that, I said, oh, this man might be crazy. And then he referred to himself in third person. I said, oh, he is a narcissist.
He is crazy.
I was like,
he's crazy.
But you know, that's one of the signs of narcissism is referring to yourself in third person.
And thinking it's okay. Not being funny.
Yeah. And
like being for real about it.
Yeah. And he did it to her. He was like, you. And then he said, Ryan's going to. Who is Ryan? It's the delusion.
It's disconnect. Like, it's a disconnect between.
Which can happen in narcissism and other social disorders and stuff like that.
Crazy.
What do Ryan have, y'all? Somebody said that I think he's
cognitive dissonance?
It is no. Because he believe it and he act like he believe it.
I feel like they're disconnected from reality though.
I think he's emotionally and sexually repressed because of his religion.
So you think he's gay?
No, maybe not even, but maybe he's not.
Oh, maybe it's just sexually. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He could be gay, but not even. Like, he just, it's something weird. Like, he said that he's waiting for the emotions to want to, like, have sex. But then, did he not have sex with his girlfriend of 2 weeks? He never said, I love you to? Of 2 years?
Right. It sounded like he did. He said he had sex. I don't know.
Is Ryan a virgin for real? What's up with Ryan? Is he repressed? Is he BSing her? Why does she keep giving him hand jobs and other sexual favors?
Said that he is right. She made it clear at the very end of the episode from the corner cam that she was not understanding his disassociation with sex with her when she's getting him off every night. Those were her exact words. Every night? You're not getting so she didn't say how she was getting him off, but either way.
What's wrong with you? Were you doing something to somebody every night and it's not reciprocated?
And it's not reciprocated. Oh, you crazy. But that's the thing too, is that I feel like she's empty inside. Like, but she's also the person.
It's just that it's nothing.
But she's also the person that said she was in a relationship with somebody for 3 years and they only had sex 3 times in a year, and she's a very sexual person. So so that doesn't even make sense to me. Like, so she's used to repressing her feelings, being in a relationship that's not fulfilling her, and just going with the flow. Yeah, that don't make sense.
Talk about Ryan, she got her little issues too. That don't make sense. But I put Ryan, what the F? He thinks he's done. But he said 99% of the husbands on the show.
I can't.
So he thinks that his advice would be good for them.
And then he's trying to connect with the dog more than her. Talking about this is how I connect with her. No, you connect with her by connecting with her. Like, it would be different if it was a struggle.
What he thinks is right. He thinks, weird. I should connect with the dog, so let me go to a dog person instead of just trying to connect. That's how you know something wrong with him. Dogs love people, and if he's used to being just with his mom, when you come in that house, that dog's gonna be all over you.
Oh, it's gonna be fine.
You gotta take the dog to a trainer to figure out how to talk to a dog. That's how you know something wrong with Ryan, y'all.
And then he says he wants to know her deeper, on a deeper level, but then he never takes anything serious. Like, he stays
and when
laughing
she tries
and
to get
up.
deeper, he's like, I don't know. So you're not deep, but you want to know her on a deeper level to have sex? It seems like he just is
He just excuses. It's excuses.
Now, if she held off on whatever she's doing, I wonder how that would be.
I don't know. Like, maybe she's doing it because she thinks it's gonna, like, lead to something, and
every
it doesn't.
day, I don't care. 2 days in a
not
row,
for a
and
month.
it don't lead to nothing.
Not for a month.
We done.
And I mean, the fact that she said they didn't, but she said they didn't kiss for the first 3 days of their marriage. Like, that does surprise me. And I'm not saying that men are all sexual, physical beings, but like 99% of men are physical, sexual beings, right? Yeah. Like, maybe not all, but he in that 1%.
Yeah. Or he's repressed because
it's not what he wants.
Doesn't like that. He likes
other things.
People that look like him. Anyway, he's very delusional. I just don't like Ryan. I don't like his words don't match up with his
honestly,
actions.
they not even flirty. Like, when they was sitting on the couch and her legs was on him and stuff, like, I can't imagine, like, you not even touching her, rubbing her, like, lean over to kiss.
That yoga.
Like, my gosh. Mm-hmm. He was, like, against it. Like, there's no sensuality.
He's like, I see how it can help, but it didn't help us. So that means something's wrong with you.
It is, because she was very willing.
Yeah.
It was disturbing that he is, like, not even flirtatious with her. Like, I just feel like when you see Brianna and Vince, like, there is a physical connection. Even if they weren't having sex, there is, when they aren't being sexual, there's still a spark. There's no spark there.
All right, so next, Jake and Hayley. Jake and Hayley, honey. This is an unpopular opinion, but I really think Hayley is a little manipulative.
I don't like Jake either, though.
I don't like her. I don't like him either, but when that tarot lady, that was the last episode. The tarot, she wanted there to be something wrong. She wanted, so when the lady said, oh, his moon is in your this and your that, and she was like, so that should be y'all connection, and she was like, oh. Like, she wanted it to be like
she wanted to have a reason to walk away. But here's my problem with Jake, and this happened on the last episode, and it almost happened on this one. He has a wall up, but he goes down a rabbit hole. Like, it's honestly like once he starts pressing a button, he can't stop. Like, he literally he has freaking control over just like back off, dude. Like he'll be like this. He'll say something and then he'll be like, and then you did this, and then you don't like this, and then you it's just like, bro, how y'all gonna get like you can't get out of this? He digs a hole, and Eric does that too. Eric just drills. Like they can't stop. But Jake does it, and it's a turnoff, and there's no love there, so there's no light there. So of course Hayley is gonna walk away and be like, leave me alone. But it just, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And his badass dog need training too.
Yeah, and don't like her other dog. It's just too many dogs. That's putting too much stress on the marriage. I hope they get divorced because the dogs.
Well, we know they gonna get divorced.
The dogs alone is too much. Somebody, you need to get rid of one of your dogs. And his house that alone is enough. I'm not moving in that house. So Jacob and Hayley, they went. Where'd they go? Go-karting.
Go-karts.
Yeah, they went go-karting.
So she said she don't get his sense of humor. I didn't even think he had a sense of humor. It's off. He ain't got. It's off.
He said that she don't get his sense of humor.
And I didn't get it either. You got it? I don't get it.
And he was kind of low-key mad she won.
He was mad she won. He was so mad.
And then when they played back she was talking about traveling, and he was just like, oh, let's just like, so you don't want to get a connection with her.
Right. The whole Thailand thing. Like, you didn't ask her nothing.
Like, how was Thailand? Or would you want to go again? Would you recommend? Like, clearly he's not interested.
She's like, I got a massage every day. He's like, so you want to reorganize the kitchen? Like,
I don't think he's into what she's into. And
he's not into travel. He got a passport and then went to Puerto Rico.
On a cruise. Right? Was it a cruise where you don't even need a passport?
I don't even remember, but he got a passport and went to Puerto Rico.
Woo! And then she was like, okay. Yeah, he's not into it, but even if you're not into it, you could be like, I haven't been into it, but I would enjoy something like that with you.
Yeah,
like,
it's just, he's not, as much as I think he's completely done because he knows she's not physically attracted to him, which I get. He has an ego, and his ego is
don't try to put it all on her, even though I don't like Hayley. I don't like how she does some of her questioning and all of that stuff, but I think they're both over it. Like she said, neither one of us are giving it a real shot at this point. And
no, they're not.
Her or him. So
they don't like the same music. He didn't ask her which concert she went to. He was like, I don't like them. She was like, they're like my fave. Like, what is happening here? Like, they cannot catch a break. Like, there's nothing.
I think a lot with them is the age, because they're 10 years age. He's 38, she's 28.
Yes.
That's a lot, because honestly, even if their personalities should mesh, maybe in 10 years for her.
No, the fact that he don't like to travel, it's plenty of 38-year-olds that love to travel and 28-year-olds that love to travel. That's not an age thing. Bowling. Music, maybe. Everybody love to bowl. Music, sure, but like, who doesn't? Like, the fact that he's like, oh, do you like bowling? She was like, it's okay. I mean, I get it, but just be like, yeah, it's cool, it's fun. When you have a group of people, it's great. Like, why? It's like, but then she was pumped about go-kart racing, and then he was like a damn Debbie Downer.
It's like a controlled power struggle with them at this point. Because, I mean, neither of them care like that. No. But he seems to care a little bit more.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah. They made dinner. That was weird.
Yeah.
Then they went on that date with Brianna and Vincent. That was awkward as hell.
Yes. And, I mean, Brianna does seem to get, like, she's the whole little Imani, you know, like, giving advice and stuff. And so it seemed like Hayley wanted her to talk to him. But Vince wasn't helping when he was talking. Like, Vince was talking to Hayley, and that was not working at all.
Yeah, it's the same stuff for them. They ain't gonna make it.
Nah.
They can get off our screen. All right, last but not least,
Paige and Paige. This episode we didn't have to do. Oh, Chris was on it for a second. It was Paige and Chris. Yeah, Paige and Chris, but it was Paige and Chris separately.
Yeah, the last episode they had a lot of stuff. They met up several times.
The last episode it was manipulative. It was lightweight manipulative, but it was stupid because it was when when he was mad that she wasn't answering his phone calls. And she talks about it on this episode too with her brother and his wife. And she's like, "You're mad I'm not answering phone calls, but you were completely checked out." Which is why, like, I wouldn't even give him energy. Why are you giving him this energy?
Yeah, so then are you acting? Do you want it or not? Because he said it.
I thought they was all acting. I thought they was both acting last episode.
She tried to act like she wasn't acting.
I thought they was both acting last episode.
Because when he said, I done called you 6-7 times, you don't answer, only when we're going to be on camera.
And she's like,
I ain't mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either.
But then you acting like you so hurt. At this point, Paige, which one is it?
I think the producers are pissed that they, like, are messing up the storyline or something. Because it's like, either fake and act like y'all trying or don't. But
right, because he's half acting like he's trying.
Right.
He's just a disgrace. But then she's acting like she's really trying.
But then she's not. And then she's getting frustrated on camera. But on this episode,
you try acting together, girl.
I mean,
the jig is up.
So her brother seems so very reasonable.
Yes.
I'm so confused as to why he was like, you have plenty of time. You still have your 20s and 30s.
You're mid-26. You're 26.
25, 26?
25, yes. You're not even 28.
Like, you're not even knocking on 30.
Yeah, you got your 20s, which are the best. You have your best
years.
Sure.
The late 20s, the last half of the 20s are the best.
Yeah, so what's the rush?
Sis, you got a good job, you got money, you got friends. Go hang out, have fun, meet people. Like, what are you doing?
She said she did admit that.
So she did admit that, yes.
Fell in love with the idea of marriage.
And we could all see it.
Yeah.
And she lost herself because she had pure intentions. Your intentions were not pure because
She said I came in whole. He tried to break me, basically.
He didn't try to break you. Like, I don't even believe that. I don't even believe that. He did not try to break you. He does not even have enough energy. He doesn't have, you guys did not have enough connection for him to try to break you. He gave you 5 outs and you didn't take none of them.
Yep.
That's what happened.
You broke yourself, sis, and you ain't coming whole
if you was willing to do all of that. And I understand going with the process, but being so hurt just doesn't make sense to me.
Not when you don't know this person.
It does not. And and I understand being disappointed. I understand really thinking, and honestly, I understand the disappointment of the first few days of the process, right? So you walking down the aisle and thinking, oh, he's cute. Like, I'm about to give me a husband. It's about to be bomb. And then he's an asshole. And so you see that over 3 days and you're like, oh, this ain't gonna be it. But after a week, like, nobody's that invested in this. Like, what are you doing? You're not invested.
That's something about, I can't put my finger on it, but she playing both sides.
Yeah, she is.
I'm invested, but then I'm not going to answer to you. I'm busy. I'm out with my mom. And you could have texted me. Girl, are you in? Okay. That's how you should carry your page, but then you shouldn't be on camera
acting like you want to have this relationship and
what
restart.
Did she have on at that basketball game, honey? Her booty was out. She had something around her waist, honey. It was like she had.
Oh yeah, when I was playing basketball.
And that's y'all. We should have reviewed last week.
That was last week.
Anyways,
so this episode, her brother basically was just like, okay, you live and you learn. Like, move forward. It's nothing to hold on to.
Nope.
Thank God somebody got some sense
in the family, child. Girl, I wonder if they got the same parents. Anyway, Chris met with his mama.
And she was giving him the business too.
She was like, of course she's not responding to you. Of course, Chris. You have a baby with your ex-fiance, which the mama probably don't like that fiance.
They were together for a few months and then they broke up. They got engaged and then they broke up. Like, it clearly, he makes bad decisions.
And he said something about, she was like, oh, so you asked for divorce? He was like, you know me, when I make my mind up. She was like, yeah. Like, she know her son.
Right. And my thing is, Paige mad that he acting like this, but he asked for a divorce from the time that he said divorce, which was a weekend, right? Once they got back from the honeymoon. That's when he said he wanted a divorce. The next day, or when he got back from Chicago. Why are you taking anything else that he said seriously?
You shouldn't.
Like, that don't make sense.
And even the car situation, as his wife, he should have.
So that's the acting part, right? That's got to be the acting part.
Because you wasn't answering his phone the day before, but then you talking about
as his wife. That's got to be the acting part.
As his wife, you should have known. Then as his wife, you should have answered the phone.
Right. Like, which is it?
You can't do both, Paige. But anywho, and then, okay, Paige was talking to the ladies. That's when she was saying all the right things.
Yes.
She says all the right things, but then you don't live by it, which makes me think that she is acting.
And the energy she had with her brother, she ain't never had that energy with Chris.
Yeah.
She was like, I did this, and I did... Like, where was all of that? Except for on the last episode when she was mad at him because he was questioning her. That was so... Honestly, it just felt very performative last week.
Performative is
very...
On both ends.
Yeah. And he wasn't even bringing it, though. Yeah. Chris was just like, yeah, I called you and I called you, didn't answer. Like, he didn't care. He didn't really care, y'all.
No.
His face, he had no emotion.
No.
Chris don't care. He's done. He like, I gotta.
And when they showed that scene and everybody was talking about the dogs all the minute, he was like, I don't give a fuck about her dog. I said, Chris so
and then they got Pastor Cal shaking his head.
Chris so ignorant. He
what y'all expect?
Her dog or nothing.
He never.
It was never planned on being
he
but
love her. Exactly.
The last episode when he was like, she looked good. When she had her little stomach out when they was playing pool. She's just over hypersexualizing this situation.
She's not making it any better. She's
him
trying to
make her body, yada yada yada.
And then
she got a nice body. And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm attracted to her." Like he said,
like, I'm becoming more and more attracted to her. He did say that.
She looks good, and that's what she wanted.
But that's fine because it's whatever. Okay, so
that's about it for this one.
Yeah,
thank y'all for watching.
Yes,
We're a little bit later than normal.
Yeah, we back on track though.
We back on track.
And subscribe, like, listen, comment.
Thanks, guys.
All right, see y'all next week.
Bye.